What's up, guys? JV2017 here, and this is my first commentary in quite a while after my trip to big old California. But anyways, I wanted to share with you guys a game that I have played the hell out of ever since I got back, and it's only been, let's see, I guess 5 days since I've been back, but I rented this game the day that I got back, and I'm just loving it. It's so great. It's called Sleeping Dogs. And this game, I believe, has flown under the radar. And I can't call it underrated because this game has gotten 8.5, 9, around that range, from all of these video game journalism companies, like IGN, Machinima, people like that. So if you guys don't know already, 8.59, that's a great score. And anyways, I want to tell you guys why Sleeping Dogs is an incredible game. If I were to review this game, if I were to do a professional review, I would give this game a 9. It's just a fantastic game. I just want to share it with you guys a little bit. So anyways, I've sunk 25 hours into this game just to give you kind of a frame of reference. So anyways, some of the things that I love about this game. First off, this game started out as True Crime Hong Kong. And if you guys don't know, there used to be a series back in the day called True Crime, and it was an open world genre series, kind of competed with Grand Theft Auto. Really never was anywhere close to Grand Theft Auto back in the day until now, in my opinion. But anyways, started off as True Crime. And I don't know who used to make it, but anyways, there's True Crime Streets of LA, True Crime New York City, stuff like that. And basically, this started out as True Crime Hong Kong, and the original publisher was Activision. Big ol' moneybags Activision was going to produce, publisher was going to publish this game, and the developers stayed the same. They're United Front Games, and I'm a new fan of United Front Games because of this game. But anyways, they started out, and Activision decided in early 2011 that, hey, this game was just not good enough to compete with the competition. And I just have to say, Activision, up yours, man. This game is fantastic. And supposedly they didn't change a lot about this game going into having a different publisher. So once Activision dropped the game, let's see, sorry, I'm drawing a blank here. Square Enix picked it up. So anyway, Square Enix is known for their Japanese titles, but anyways, yes, here we have Sleeping Dogs, totally flown under the radar in my opinion, and a fantastic game. So some of the things I love about this game, first off, this game, I was gonna call it kind of a midway point between Grand Theft Auto and Saints Row, but this game, I believe, takes it maybe a little less seriously than Grand Theft, maybe a little more seriously than Grand Theft Auto. Actually, I'd say on the seriousness level, Saints Row is just absolutely not taking anything seriously. And I'd say Sleeping Dogs and Grand Theft Auto are on the same level as far as, seriousness goes. I'm sorry, there's no other way for me to describe this. I guess, not having stupid, ridiculous takedowns and the way you can kill people and you can't hit people with giant purple dildos, like that. It's a little more controlled in that sense, instead of being absolutely batshit off the wall, goofy, crazy. But yeah, there you go. So it's a little, serious in that sense. But also, I feel like one of the huge things that really separates Sleeping Dogs from any other open world genre game you're gonna play or that's ever been out so far is hand-to-hand combat. I don't think I've ever played any other open world genre game where hand-to-hand combat is the main thing. And I think that's just a huge, should be a huge selling point for this game. Every other open world game, Grand Theft Auto, Saints Row, all of the prior True Crime games, they've all been about using guns. It's all about guns. If you have a good AK-47, you're set. There's no intuitive, awesome melee combat system. Right there, you just saw me win a race. This is set in Hong Kong. Basically, the story is, I'm not going to spoil anything, you are an undercover cop who's come back from America. He grew up in Hong Kong, went to America, and then became a cop and came back, and now he's doing an undercover cop mission, and he tries to infiltrate the triad and take it down. So that's basically a gist of the story. So you're going to get an awesome peek at some of the combat right here. But anyways, the hand-to-hand combat sets this game way ahead of any other open world game. It's just, it feels like it's got an intuitive system with the likes of, you know, just as good as Batman does. You know, if you ever played Batman Arkham City, the melee system is incredible. It's just really good. It's got the melee system of a fighting game without having to click 5 million buttons and directional pads and all that stuff. Very intuitive. You know, there's still only one striking button, but you can hold it to have a heavy attack, just tap it to have a light attack. You can counter. You can click like 2 buttons at once to have this awesome, like, you know, da-da-da-da-da to the chest counter. You'll see me do it in a little bit, I'm sure. And also there's a grab button. And also the enemies are not all the same. They're different types. They're little, small, faster guys. And they're like incredible. See, right there. That was the awesome combo. You know, there's different enemy types that mixes it up. That's not something that you see in open world genres, you know. Sorry, open world games. Sorry, I'm really rusty on my commentary. But anyways, that's something, not a common thing in this genre. And, you know, some guys are small, they dodge your attacks. Some guys are big and they just block your attacks, so you have to grab them and show them who's boss. Some guys come at you with machetes, so you have to disarm them. I don't think I tackle anybody, but there's a really cool tackle system and stuff like that. So, anyways, something awesome that I love as well is, and I guess this goes back to the seriousness level, you can screw around all you want in this game as long as you're not on a mission. And so that's really cool. You know, you're not really penalized. Obviously, there's like a cop system and you have heat. So whenever you kill somebody near a cop, you're gonna, you know, have cops on you. But not always. You know, you can just go up and, you know, drag and kick a random-ass person and the cops aren't going to come. It's only when they're around. So I really like that. I feel like that's different from GTA. But if you do shoot somebody, that's why it's different. Because if you shoot somebody, you're definitely going to get the cops on you. They just show up. But anyways, I love that you're able to just fuck around whenever you want when you're not doing a mission. So you have that freedom, basically. So you know, you're tired of the story. You can just be like, okay, I just want to steal cars and drive around town and screw with people. So another thing that I love is the morality system. Now, I believe GTA 4 implemented a reality system with their game. I doubt that Saints Row has a morality system. I could be wrong. Someone can correct me if I am. But there's a morality system because basically the gist of the story, there's a huge conflict throughout the story, and it's the fact that this guy, Wei Shen, who I'm fighting as right now, the main character, grew up in Hong Kong and was part of the Triads, and now he's a cop. But he meets some old buddies, he makes some new connections, and the main conflict is him trying to deal with that and whether he's going to, you know, stick to his copiness, I don't know, being a good police person, undercover cop, or, you know, become part of the Triads legit, and that's a big thing. So anyways, they implemented this kind of morality system, I would call it, where literally there's something called a cop score and a Triad score. And so if you hurt an innocent person, run into a parked car, run into a light pole, smash into a bus, shoot a bus, any kind of property damage, you lose cop points. If you're clumsy, you lose cop points. That's like if you don't hit a jump. There's an awesome free running system, which is really cool. Again, that's not something you see. A lot of open world games don't have a kind of a clunky running around system. This game doesn't. You just click one button. You click A. You hold down A to sprint, and you click A when you want to vault over stuff. And again, it's very intuitive. It's very almost Assassin's Creed-like. So that's very cool. But anyways, yeah, there's that cops and triads morality system. And at the end of every mission, you get a certain amount of cop score, which starts at the top, of course, because you're a cop, and that you slowly lose it as you do stupid stuff. And then you build up a triad score, and that's when you kill people, you have brutal takedowns. Unfortunately, I don't have any video footage of a brutal takedown, or actually it's called an environmental takedown, but you can do things like pick up a guy and put him on a big meat hook, and that kills him. It's like really brutal and bloody. As you can tell, this game is very bloody right now. It's even bloodier with the environmental stuff. But I welcome the bloodiness. I know that sounds weird, but I've always been, I've always been against that stupid, like, oh, it's a bloody game, children not allowed to play it, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what that says about me, but I think it's, this is a topic for another video, but the whole, like, sheltering from violence. I don't know. I'm not all for that. Whatever. Probably sound dumb right now, but anyways, it's violent, and it's not afraid of showing that violence, and especially since it's part of the story. There's violent parts in the story that are violent for a reason, just like you watch a violent movie. They're violent for a reason. So this game is violent for a reason. Spread the word, people. Anyways, I love the morality system. You have like 5 girlfriends throughout the span of this game. It's kind of hilarious and awesome at the same time. Wei Shen gets around. Let's just say that. Yeah, his name's Wei Shen. I don't know if I think I clarified that. The graphics are overall nice. I really enjoy them. Some of the character models suffer, in my opinion. There are cutscenes within the game that are not the greatest. They kind of remind me of Dead Island cutscenes, but that's really not, a point to complain about, because it's an open world game. There's so many polygons in this game that you shouldn't be complaining, basically, is what I'm saying. So, it really makes up for it by the amount of content that you're able to do in the world. Hong Kong feels like a real living city, and that's really cool. So, let's see, what else? Oh yeah, driving. Driving is so insanely fun. I showed you guys a race. I showed you guys me driving around in my really expensive car. It's fun to collect all the collectibles. There are so many fucking collectibles and things to do. Like I said, 25 hours invested in a game for me is an incredible game. If I invest 25 hours into one game, that means I had a fun time and I wasn't, or hopefully that means I wasn't, pushing myself to play the game. But anyways, the vehicle gameplay is fantastic. The driving is on par with, really good back in the days of Need for Speed kind of driving gameplay. It's arcadey, but it's really fun and not frustrating. So that's another point that's really awesome. It can be frustrating when you're playing a game and the car controls are really clunky. And anyways, you can buy all of the clothes in the city, all of the cars. There's a huge collectible mentality when you're playing this game. You want to get everything, you want to catch them all. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my little kind of opinion on why Sleeping Dogs is so amazing. You guys should really consider checking out this game. I fucking love it. I had the greatest time with this game. I only rented it, but anyways, that doesn't mean you shouldn't buy it. It's totally worth $60. Absolutely. I just happened to blaze through it in 5 days because I had nothing to do. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, I just downloaded Dark Souls for my PC, and I'm ready to die a lot, so I'm going to go do that. Anyways, talk to you guys later. Peace. And one more thing I forgot to say. The story is also incredible. You care about the characters. I really care. There's some bad stuff that goes on. I'm not going to spoil anything, but United Front Games really makes you care about the characters, and the story, once again, is awesome. I already shared a little bit, but I just want to add this little tidbit. But anyways, tell you guys later. Peace.